First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Harakakwadash. Yahawah is the name of the Heavenly Father, and who the world ignorantly called God, in the name of his Son, Yahawashi, and who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, in the name of the Holy Spirit. I would also like to give a double honors unto my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that have taught me this truth. And I would like to say a sincere shalom unto the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four winds of the world, unto the servants, the prophets, the men that are prophesying and laboring in this truth and in this doctrine. Unto you I say shalom. Okay, this is going to be a quick lesson on pretty much a current event. And this is something, what's going on in France is a trend that's taking place all throughout the world. All right, where people are pretty much getting fed up with their puppet governments, with their living conditions, with this whole transition, into a cashless society where, Esau, this devil, is basically, squeezing all your resources with inflation. People are getting fed up. And in this instance, people are kind of, or, you could say they're taking matters into their own hands, all right? Because, multiple positions out there or jobs are unionized where it gives them, some sort of power. All right, even though the unions are, a lot of the unions are run by, the higher ups, but you can see the spirit of rebellion against their governments is not necessarily their governments, but against the higher ups, the elites is worldwide, it's global. All right, but but from looking from America looking outwards, the whole world is tired of Esau. But the damn stupid ass people here in America, you guys love this devil more and more. Okay, yeah, they shoot niggas down in the street left and right. All right, they arrest you, they beat you up. You see the injustices in this system, and no one gives a shit. No one cares. Everyone's just trying to get along to get along. Okay, except for the prophets, except for the ones that are sighing and crying for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Referring to Ezekiel the ninth chapter. All right, so this is going to be an ongoing thing, and we don't know if it's going to the economy over there in France is going to shut down, but with just them threatening that, all right, that should be enough right there, okay? Because everything is going to shut down, just like when the pandemic happened, pretty much the whole world was shut down, to a certain degree with what they call essential needs or whatever. Everything is going to be shut down, okay? So I'm gonna read a little bit of this article and pull some precepts. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying unto the elect. It says, unions vow to shut France's economy down amid pension battle. It said, roadblocked, oil refineries disrupted, planes grounded, and trains halted. Unions are threatening to shut down France's economy this week in what they hope in their toughest riposte yet to President Emmanuel Macron's plan to raise the retirement age. The first action started Monday as truckers sporadically blocked major highway arteries, and interchanges in go slow action dubbed escargot, the French word for snail. Across several French regions, unions plan an open-end strike on national rail services starting Monday evening. The government is bracing for the biggest disruption Tuesday when strikes are expected across multiple sectors. And protesters are planned in cities across France against the retirement bill. The reform would raise the official pension age of 62 to 64 and require 43 years of work to earn a full pension is currently under debate in Parliament. That's a long ass time. That's all your whole life. 43 years and then you get a pension. Say you get out of, say you start a job at 20, so 63, you finally get a pension. That ain't, that just shows you the slave mentality of this system. Okay? You use damn near all your life you've been working for these devils, and then they give you a pension. All right? This is it's no end. This devil is it's no end. This devil has no this devil has had show. It's not going to show you no mercy at the end of the day. So you Jakes, man, y'all better get your mind right and get out of this system, man. Spiritually, leave Babylon spiritually before you can be destroyed with this place. Trying to hold on to your goddamn pension or trying to hold on to anything in this place. Okay, because that's what's going to happen. Eventually, they're going to say, hey, if you want your pension, if you want your SSI or whatever benefits you get that ties you to this place, you're going to have to take this man's MARK. All right, everything is moving to that. Okay, I'm pretty sure, even though this is not on the table, but I'm pretty sure if they told people that they can keep the retirement age at 62 if they took that MARK, they would do it. All right, but hey, that's this devil. This devil is this devil's on a whole nother level of wickedness. That's what you Jakes have to realize. They not going to play fair. All right, you're not going to see these things coming. They're going to hit you at all of a sudden, and then you're going to be put on the spot to make a decision. All right, let me go down. Scroll down. It says there will be a very strong impact from strikes. Transport Minister Clement Benu said on regional broadcaster France 3 on Sunday. I know that for many people it will be a real headache. Labor Minister Oliver Dustort, speaking on the France Info News broadcaster on Monday, said expressing disagreement is legitimate, yet it must not lead to blocking the country, which will be dangerous for our economy. So these economies are already dwindling. These economies are, it's only a matter of time for something big happens, like the crash of the dollar, a war. Something big is going to happen to push everything into overdrive. All right, and you're going to see this is going to be a trend throughout the world. All right, you already see uprisings. You just don't hear about them in the news because these devils, they control the media. They don't want to make these things public because when they do, people worry. All right, they want people to feel safe. They want people to not worry, and they want to give you this illusion that everything is all right. All right, when you're in a burning building. All right, but this devil wants to give you like I said, give you the illusion that everything's going to be all right. Everything is not all right. Things are getting worse and worse day by day. All right, and like I said, these people are taking matters into their own hands. They're like, fuck it, man, we got to do something, or we have to do something, or they're just going to continue to rule over us with rigor and just do what the hell they want. All right. Authorities encourage people to work from home on Tuesday if possible. Let me see. So you get the point, man. The whole point is in the damn title. That they're threatening to shut down the economy through strikes. All right? And these are just jobs that are unionized. It said, through the airports, just pretty much transportation, teachers, people that, basically have government jobs, city jobs that are unionized. They're going to be the ones that are going to potentially strike. Okay? So, like I said, this is a global trend where you're going to have uprisings of the people because the people are fed up. All right, and they're fed up with their puppet governments. They're fed up with their puppet leaders. All right, and these are signs. These are tokens. Excuse me, of the end. All right, these type of things, they happen sporadically, but these things are happening weekly, week in and week out. You hear of an uprising here, an uprising here. All right, people are rising up against the government, a possible coup, and it's just it's always something. All right, going on in the world because we're living in the last days. We're living in the days of prophecy. Is being fulfilled. This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou see part of the signs past, which I told thee before, and those signs represent the prophecies. Okay, it says measure the times. All right, when you see these prophecies come to pass, understand that this is not a regular time that we're living in. All right, when you continue to see uprisings, all right, people rebelling against their governments. All right, talking about overthrowing their governments. You talking about, and here in America, they're talking about states departing from, the United States. All right, verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and this is nothing more than another uproar of the people. All right, people are in uproar because of that in this instance, them raising the age of retirement or receive your age of retirement 2 years. Okay, so you have to work to 64 to get a full pension. All right, so it's numerous things like this. It's like a snowball effect of conditions, of events that's going to just make these people say F it. Okay. Then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So all these things were prophesied from the beginning. All right. In every economy, in every society, all right, where they had a fall, where they had a great downfall, you had these things. You had economic turmoil. You had race riots. You had fighting within the people. You had fighting within the government. All right, backstabbing within the government. Okay, you had all these calamities amongst this, amongst whatever rulership it was, and this the rulership of Esau. You're going to have this globally because this devil pretty much rules the world right now. All right, he has all these puppet leaders set up, through of course America, Central and South America, all throughout Europe, certain parts of Africa, certain parts of the Middle East where this devil is ruling, where he has government set up where he basically manipulates the people, and manipulate the minds of the people. Okay, that's what it really really boils down to. But people are sobering up, all right, and they're waking up to the bullshit of this devil, all right, and they're realizing a lot of these heathens that have basically taken money from this devil. They're realizing that it's a raw deal, that they got jerked out. They've been getting jerked the whole time during this deal. They've pushed into democracy. They pushed homosexuality. They pushed all these philosophies of the devil onto their people, and they're seeing the end result where their people are even worse off. You know, are becoming worse off with all the philosophies of America that are pushed. All right, globally. Okay, let's look at the people. Look at the people in Iran. All right, they don't want their women to grow up as hoes and twerking and sluts like the majority of these women in America. Okay, being all independent and talking back and just all just out of order. All right, that's what America promotes. All right, that's what this devil wants the world to just be out of order. All right, just full this wicked. All right, pretty much. All right, this is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 15, and I'm going to start at verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell in, for the sword of their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And there shall be sedition among men, invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. People taking matters into their own hands. All right, so if you figure if the economy shuts down over in France, and say the French government says, forget it, let it shut down, what do you think is going to take place? All right, if no one's working in these stores, if no one's at these jobs, people are going to take matters in their own hands, and they're going to do it on another level, where they're going to be running into stores, they're going to be running into, looting, people are going to be doing whatever the hell they want to do. All right, and then they're going to have to bring in some type of form of order through the military. But when this happens, it's not going to just be it's not going to be just going on in Europe. It's going to be happening globally. All right, where the whole world is going to be a lot on some form of lockdown, some form of martial law. Okay, but the main the main place where it's going to take place is here in America. All right, and it's going to be 10 times, 1,000 times worse than the rest of the world. All right, because this is the place where the most wickedness takes place. This is spiritually Sodom in Egypt. Okay, this is modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. This is modern day Nineveh. This is all those wicked, civilizations, wicked rulerships all in one here in America. So yeah, they're gonna have people fighting against the government here in these other countries. They're gonna have sedition in these other countries, of course, but when it takes place here in America, Babylon the Great, it's going to be on a whole nother level. It's going to be a lot of bloodshed. It's going to be, it ain't just going to be, no peaceful protests and none of that shit. It's going to be people fighting and people dying in the streets. All right. This is verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, their houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And they're already on a small level blocking off, certain highways out there. All right, but when the military blocks them off, that's when you're going to know it's on a whole different other level. Okay, so it's just this is who knows that the government may out there may comply and come to a agreement to not hire the not make the retirement age higher. Who knows? But this is something that's going to be a ongoing thing throughout the world. All right, because if it ain't, if they agree on that, it's going to be something else that the people disagree with. Okay, this is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 22. Suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Yeah, if it's not no people working, people going to work, these storehouses, they're eventually going to be found empty. All right, you're not going to have people to work there. Okay, and you're not going to have people to drive the trucks to bring in these supplies. Okay, so this is like I said, this is excuse me, this may be on a small scale, but eventually this is going to be on a large scale where it's going to have a lasting impact on wherever country you living in. If you don't got no truckers bringing in goods, if the trains is not going, all right, the food that you have in your grocery store or the food in your house, that's all you're going to have. That's and these people don't. A lot of people don't grow their own crops or grow their own food. Okay, especially here in America, these niggas is living in the city where they ain't seen a field. All right, they wouldn't know how to plant vegetables or fruit or whatever. Okay. Let me see. Like I said, people are waking up, and these governments, these governments, even down to the local, the state officials, everyone's being divided. All right, everyone's pretty much picking a side. Okay, this is the book of Matthew chapter. Mark chapter 3, and I'm going to start at verse 23. And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? If a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. And we're clearly seeing the end of this devil's kingdom because they're divided. All right, not just America, but America's clearly divided. All right, but these other countries, they're divided. All right, think about what's going on over there in Europe. All right, some people are secretly siding with Russia. Some people are still on the Ukraine side. All right, so a lot of people are divided. A lot of these countries, they don't want to send aid to Ukraine. They don't want to fight this proxy war for America, even though they're part of the NATO and the EU. All right, but hey, some of them are, and eventually, I see some of these countries departing from the NATO, departing from the EU, just because they don't want to be a part of this war. They want to. A lot of these countries, they want to stay status quo. They don't want to, they don't want to, have to get into a war. All right, because what war does is it's going to be a lot of casualties. All right, war people think a lot of these countries, they're trying to get their economies kind of back going, and that's going to be it's going to hurt a lot of their economies because they got to put all their resources into war. All right, so you're going to see it's a great divide, all throughout the world. All right, with a lot of these with a lot of these leaders, with a lot of these governments, where like these heathens are waking up to the bullshit of Esau. They've taken on these deals with this devil, and now they're like I said, they're seeing that this deal that they may have taken on with this devil a long time ago is not it never was in the best interest for them. It never was in their best interest. So I just want to make this quick. And just bring out some precepts and just, show you that shit is not, things is starting to heat up, man. And Lord willing, they shut this shit down. They shut their economy down. Lord willing, they go on strike for months. And Lord willing that the government doesn't agree to any of their terms and they stay on strike. So, we'll see, but you're going to see incidents like this continue to play out, all right, all throughout the world. And this is prophecy, all right? So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying unto the elect, and I would like to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Harakakodash. Until next time, I say shalom.